Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Marvel Legendary. Last time we lost to Immortal Emperor Zhang Zhu. Just pretty annoying mastermind. Gotta get rares to effectively fight him, and it can be pretty hard to do. And even if you get the rares, you don't always win. Today we're fighting Mephisto. Whenever a player gains a wound, put it on top of that player's deck. I'm going to forget to do that. Always leads the underworld. Master Strike, each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. There don't appear to be any Marvel Knights heroes in here, so that's going to be a problem. And the scheme is Earthquake drains the ocean. Set up 11 twists, add an extra villain group. There are 2 extra low tide city spaces on the left side of the city, so the city has 7 city spaces total. Twist, the tide rushes in and the scheme transforms. Evil wins when 3 villains per player have escaped, or the villain deck runs out. And on the other side, Tsunami crushes the coast. So in this version of the scheme, the low tide bridge and cities no longer exist, and the city has 3 spaces total. Put the scheme on the streets to mark the edge of the city. Villains and destroyed city spaces escape, starting from the left. And twist, the tide rushes out and the scheme transforms. Then play another card from the villain deck. So the tide's going to be coming in and out. And if the tides come in and there's villains here, they escape. So you got to try and keep the streets, bridge, and the low tide spaces clear. And yeah, don't let villains escape. So we're also facing the Wrecking Crew and the Tardigrade. We're playing as Brainstorm, Mr. Fantastic, the Ancient One, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Man. So let's see how this goes. I'm predicting it goes pretty badly. I'm going to try and remember the wound thing, where whenever a player gains a wound, put it on top of that player's deck. Going to forget, but I'm going to try not to. Oh yeah, and we get an extra villain group. I forgot about that. Alright. Master Strike, each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. So we get some wounds, and I remembered, so they go on top of my deck. And this screws up my agent split. So it might not be 4-4, it might be 4-3. Ugh, Spider-Man. Good old core Spider-Man. Here once again to be incredibly underwhelming. Ancient One's really good. Astral Confrontation is going to be good if stuff like gets into the streets or beyond. I can move them to the astral plane. I mean, I'm taking Astral Confrontation. 100%. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with the other side. The other side is not taking Spider-Man cards. This version of Spider-Man is not good enough to limit your deck to only 2 cost cards. Other Spider-Mans have good stuff. This is not it. So I'm absolutely taking this. And I want this and this on this side as well. So I guess right side is taking an officer and a second officer, because the left side's going to need to take an officer. This is awkward. Awkward starting HQ. Okay. Maybe the right side is going to heal some wounds next turn, instead of doing anything. Okay, so buy an officer this turn, heal the wounds next turn, I guess. Ambush. The player to your right reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. This is getting out of hand. God, what a fight effect. It's disgusting. This is already incredibly out of hand. What am I going to do? I'm going to buy an officer, and then hope I can somehow squeeze together 6 recruit to buy War of the Mind? Ambush, a henchman villain from your victory pile symbiote bonds with Lasher. I don't have a henchman villain. I'm going to heal these wounds using this healing effect and end my turn. Ambush, the player on your right reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. This is a problem. Do I buy a 3rd officer? Normally that would be a bad idea, but I am taking all of these Ancient One cards. So I think having a lot of officers could actually be pretty okay. I can actually fight you for 2, because nothing is symbiote bonded with you. And buy an officer. Ambush, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, its symbiote bonds with Riot. Alright. This is now a 9 attack villain. Give this to the left, but the left side's the only side that's actually doing anything right now. So I kind of don't want to do that. God, am I taking the Spider-Man card just to move the HQ along? It's gonna be really bad, but I kind of need other stuff to show up. Next turn I can buy War of the Mind. I need other stuff to show up. So I'm going to take this and be sad about it and take a sidekick. Scheme Twist. This tide rushes in and the scheme transforms. So on this side there are only 3 city spaces. And villains in the destroyed city spaces escape. There were nothing in the destroyed city spaces, so this is currently fine. To recruit a villain from the city, enter the astral plane. I'm going to put... This is going to be harder to kill. I'm going to put this in here. I could fight that this turn, but I would rather buy War of the Mind. Mr. Fantastic works pretty well with Ancient One. Focus effects. Master Strike. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. Okay. I want to say that this would be better on the left because the left side's taking so many recruit cards. However, the left side wants to spend its recruit on fighting villains and not on focusing a bunch. So I'm actually going to take this on the right side. Ambush. Dracula captures the top card of the hero deck. Dracula gets plus attack equal to that card's recruit cost. I'm going to take another officer, or am I going to heal this wound? It's a good question. I'm going to buy an officer. Alright. Ambush. Dracula captures the top card of the hero deck. Dracula gets plus attack equal to that card's recruit. This is escape, so the player on my right reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. And I need to KO something from in here, and I think I'm going to KO this. Or this. 2 attack card is kind of disappointingly terrible. 4 attack card's better. Buy that. It's Scheme Twist. The tide rushes out. The scheme transforms, and then play another card from the villain deck. Ambush. Reveal top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, it's symbiote bonds with riots. It isn't, but that means that this is going to escape. Unless... And something's going to escape no matter what. I can put this into the astral plane, which would make this escape. And... heal wounds? I could heal 1 wound by discarding this and having this side discard this and keep this wound. And then buy War of the Mind. Or I could heal both wounds with this, use this to KO this, send this to the astral plane, and not recruit anything with the 6 recruit, which feels terrible. I'm going to heal this wound. So I may discard a card and have each other player discard a card, and if I do KO the wound, then take all this stuff. Going to send you to the astral plane, which means this has escaped, so this side gains a wound. And I need to KO something from in here, so I'm going to KO the Spider-Man card. And I'm going to buy War of the Mind. Oh, who could have seen this one coming? So this goes back here. Drawing 2 would draw me into 2 wounds, I think. Which kind of sucks, but... oh no, it only drew me into 1. I'm going to take card draw. The question is, which card draw do I want? Do I want draw 2, or do I want draw 2? This is actually a slightly difficult decision, because I don't know what kind of triggers I'm going to get. Do I want tech, or do I want instinct? It's a tough choice. I haven't seen any triggers for either, so I guess I'm just going to take the Mr. Fantastic one, since I have another Mr. Fantastic card already. Right, so this has escaped, which I think KOs this, or it gets carried off, but it doesn't really matter. Ambush, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a henchman or a Life Foundation villain, its symbiote bonds with Scream. It's not. Something has escaped, so I need to KO something from in here. Spider-Man has arrived to be my KO fodder for stuff escaping. Alright, I can fight the Mastermind using Recruit instead of attack this turn. That doesn't do anything. You're at 9? Yep, sure are. Alright, 1 attack, reveal top card of your deck, costs 2 or less, draw it. Wait a minute, before I play that, I kind of want to buy Dawning Hope first. Buy Dawning Hope for 2. Then 1 attack, reveal a top card of my deck, costs 2 or less, draw it. It does. It gives me 4 attack, which is better than 2 attack. It means I can fight this one. Which gives me this, which gives me 1 more recruit, which doesn't do anything. But it does mean the bystander's not going to get carried off, which is good. So, and I can have this bystander get +1 recruit. I could give this wound to the left-hand side, but I think the left-hand side is my winning side, so I don't want to. Master Strike. Each player reveals a Marvel Knights hero or gains a wound. I'm actually remembering to put these on top of my deck, which is cool. That is 4 Master Strikes in the top 15 cards of the villain deck. That's terrifying. Six, 7, 8. Still not enough to fight riots. And take this and this. Send Grant undercover to KO the trooper. Okay, I'm going to start with this. 2 recruit, send him undercover, KO this. I have 8 recruit. I'm going to buy this for 3. The orb. And buy unstable molecules. Okay, do I want the woman out of time, or do I want to try and draw 2 with this? I think I should draw 1, and then 1 attack. Reveal the top card of your deck, costs 2 or more, draw it, otherwise discard it or put it back. I will discard it, and then woman out of time. And I'm pretty sure I'm just healing 3 wounds this turn, because not a whole lot I can do otherwise. Alright, you have escaped. You do not have an ambush effect, but I have escaped, so something needs to be KO'd from here. This is also a healing turn. Alright, you don't have an ambush effect, but you don't have an escape effect, so I'm going to KO something from in here. I'm going to KO Turning Point. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to hit the end game. Alright, so this gets played first. 1 attack. Reveal a top card of your deck, costs 2 or more, draw it, otherwise discard it or put it back. I will discard that. Actually, do I want to leave that on top so that these two go into the shuffle? Yes, I do want to do that. I'm going to leave it on top just so these two cards get on the shuffle. I'm going to draw 2. And 2 recruits. Buy that. Alright, the Tide rushes out and then play another card from the villain deck. Ambush. Bulldozer moves an extra space forward. If this pushes any villains forward, demolish each player. What does that do again? Reveal top card of the ally deck. No, it's recruit power cost. Put it at the bottom of the ally. Sure, because you discards a card with that cost. Okay, so each player discards a 2 cost card. No and no. Okay. Next Scheme Twist I lose, which is fun. Start by drawing 2. To recruit, draw a card. To recruit, I'm not going to move anything to the astral plane. 3 recruit, and then 3 more recruit. And I'm going to fight this for 7. Oh, 9. No, it's 9 because they're combined. And then I'm going to fight this for 2. Fight, KO one of my heroes. Then I have 2 attack. Uh-huh. There is extra city spaces over here, which I shall now use. Well, I can fight one thing this turn by shoving it into the astral plane. To recruit, I'm going to put you up here into the astral plane. And this is 3 recruit and 3 more recruits. 11 recruit. I'm going to fight this for 6. Buy K one of my heroes. And 5 recruit, I'm going to buy Teachings of Camartage. This isn't going to work. I just don't have the technology. Draw 2 and then draw 2 with this because I already drew cards this turn. 1 attack, reveal top card of my deck, costs 2 more, draw it, otherwise discard it or put it back, and then 1 minute of time. It says microscopic size changing for ranged, and I played 2 ranged, so I'm going to fight it for 0 and KO one of my heroes. I didn't play a strength, so I can't do this one. Just buy this. I'm gonna heal the wound. Alright. Start by playing this. 1 attack, reveal the top card of your deck, costs 2 more, draw it. Otherwise discard it or put it back. Then this is draw 2. This is draw 2. 3 attack. I may look at the top 2 cards of my deck. If I do KO one of them and put the other one back. KO this one, put this one back. One attack, reveal top card of my deck, costs 2 or less, draw it. Wow, it doesn't. I have 6 attack this turn? Holy crap. Size changing covert doesn't trigger, size changing strength doesn't trigger. Just gonna fight this one. Buy the rare. And this sucks. This deck's coming online like pretty quickly, and I'm just gonna lose as soon as another Scheme Twist comes out. That doesn't actually escape. That goes over here in the low tide. Ambush, a villain from the escape pile or your victory pile. Symbiote bonds with Phage. I have a 2 attack thing in here, 4 attack. Wait, I'm on this side. This one. I'm gonna start by drawing 2. Draw 2. Draw 2. 2 recruit. Going to put this into the astral plane. Then 2 more recruit. I'm going to fight this for 4. Card in my hand gains teleport. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with that. Or am I? I need to put something else into the astral plane. I'm going to give this teleport and just teleport it. And then 2 recruits. You enter the astral plane. Then this and this. And 2 more recruits. And draw a card. I'm going to fight this for 5. Each instinct and tech hero in the HQ costs 1 less this turn. I'm going to fight this for 0. Fight KO one of my heroes. I played this first. And then I have 2 recruit. These cost 1 less. Just gonna take Dawning Hope for 2. Start by drawing 2. Then 1 attack, reveal a top card of my deck, costs 2 more, draw it, otherwise discard it or put it back. Don't have the size changing for this. Buy this one. And I lose. So tides come crashing in and these 2 escape. And I lose when 3 villains per player have escaped or the villain deck runs out. The start of this was just so rough with Mephisto getting out so many wounds right away. God, I felt like this deck was doing so good. Just didn't have enough time to get there before I lost. And my Ancient One recruit deck didn't quite hit what I wanted it to hit. Yeah, Ancient One only really works out if you can have the other side consistently hitting the other stuff in the city. And it just wasn't getting there yet. And this side needs more attack cards for sure. Like, yeah, this side needs more attack cards. Maybe it wasn't really coming online. There's not a whole lot of attack coming out here. Like, there's this Brainstorm card, which is really good. This would have been good in the end game. Yeah. Oh well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.